Hello friends, good morning. Please tell me, is it audio video clear? Hello friends, good morning. Sorry, good afternoon. Already it is afternoon, right? Good afternoon. Good afternoon friends. Today my name is Sarita Sunkireddy. I am UGC net qualified. I did my MTech and I did my MCA in 2011. I did my MTech in 2014. I am UGC net qualified in November 2020. I already started uh, computer science. We already finished most important topics from the DBMS and operating system. DBMS and operating system. I covered most important topics. Please watch if you are not watched till now. Today I am here to discuss. This is the topic of paper 1. Logical reasoning. It is a part of logical reasoning. Every time maximum 1 to 2 questions will come from this topic, square of opposition. Okay, today I will be clear all your doubts from what is square of opposition, and we will solve some previous year's questions also from square of opposition. Okay, please share with your friends. If anyone is there from paper 1, please share with your friends. Okay, I am explaining with my written notes only. Please share with your friends. We will solve previous year's questions also. Please subscribe to my channel if you are new to this channel. Okay friends, thank you. Yes, initially before going to the square of opposition, we will see some related information, related things to the square of opposition. What is an argument? An argument. An argument is a series of statements called premises. Some series of statements is called premises are set of premises intended to determine the degree of truth of another statement. These premises are there to determine the degree of truth of another statement. Based on these two premises, we will give some conclusion. Okay, we will give that is the conclusion is true or not by using that two arguments. Suppose, sorry, here please observe, here there are two arguments are there, or two premises. Two premises are there. First one is all dogs are mammals. Second one is all mammals have kidneys. Therefore my dog has kidney. Yes, right. From based on these two premises we are drawing a conclusion. This is a conclusion, right? All dogs are mammals. Okay, all mammals have kidneys. That implies what we can draw from these two premises. Therefore my dog has a kidney, because dog is also a mammal, right? That's why dog is also has a kidney. These are called arguments or premises and conclusion. Next, there are two types of arguments. This is very important, friends. One is deductive argument and the other one is inductive argument. Every time question is coming from this in UGC net, please try to clear your concept from this. What is deductive argument? It is a logical process in which a conclusion is based in accordance with one or multiple premises that are generally assumed to be true. Deductive reasoning is sometimes referred as top down logic. What is deductive reasoning? Multiple premises. Based on multiple premises, we assume that as true. We assume that as true and we will draw some conclusions. Okay. We also called deductive reasoning as a top down logic. Uh, suppose if there is a formula for simple interest, suppose simple interest is equal to PRT by 100. This is a generally we will take it as a true, and we will prove this by using different examples, right? We will take some interest, principal amount, rate of interest, time, and we will solve this whether we are getting true, correct result or not. If we are getting correct results, okay, then this is called as deductive statement. The conclusion necessary follows from the premises. Okay, in deductive reasoning, the conclusion is necessarily following from the premises. Deductive arguments usually valid or invalid. Okay, sound or unsound is there. Okay, suppose here see general statement. Suppose a educator is given to student the sum of angles in a triangle is 180 degrees, right? We all know the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. Then what student will do? Student will try to find out is it true or not. They will verify the same by calculating each triangle. They will calculate for equilateral triangle. They will calculate for isosceles triangle. Okay, they will calculate for right angle triangle. They will try to find is it true or not. Okay. Finally, what the students will conclude? Student will conclude that sum of angles of triangle is equal to 180 degrees, right? That is called as deductive argument. First we will take one as a general statement as a true, then we will get conclusion from the general statement. Okay. Next, what is inductive reasoning? It is the process of making generalized decisions after observing or witnessing repeated specific instances of something. Inductive reasoning, while not 100% accurate 100% of the time, okay, whatever we observe so many times, then we will make a decisions from that observations. Okay, it is a process of making generalized decisions after observing or witnessing repeated specific instances. Okay, for example, we will see here we will observe all animals, right? If we observe any animal, how the animals will survive, they will eat food, right? After observing all the animals, we see panda is also animal. This will eat food. Therefore, what we will uh, make the conclusion from that, all animals eat food to survive. After all animals we observe, not finally we concluded that all animals need eat food to survive. Suppose here also example of simple interest we can apply here also. We find that simple interest is, for example, the simple interest of 300, principal is 300, time 1 year, and rate of interest is 4. What we will do? We will do all. We will apply the SI is equal to PRT by 100 formula for this, and we apply the same formula for another question. Like that, we apply for so many problems. Finally, we conclude that this formula is right. Simple interest, we can find simple interest by using this formula. Here we got simple interest 60. It is right. Like that, we will do so many observations, and finally we will give conclusion. That is called as inductive reasoning. Okay, I hope you are clear this with this. In deductive reasoning, initially we are taking one general statement. From that general statement, we are getting conclusions. But in inductive reasoning, after observation so many things, after observing so many instances, finally we are giving conclusions. Finally, we are not conclusion. Finally, we are giving a final decision, final statement of all observation. Okay. Next, please listen carefully. Here also we can find the difference. Generally, in deductive reasoning, initially we take a theory, and from that theory we make hypothesis, and from that hypothesis we do observation. Finally, we confirm that theory. In deduction, what we are doing, initially we are taking a theory. From that theory, we are making hypothesis. Then we are observing that theory hypothesis. Finally, we confirm. Whereas in induction, first of all, this is a top down, right? Deduction is a top down approach. Whereas induction is a bottom up. Initially, we observe the so many instances, multiple instances. Then we will get a pattern, how it is going. Then by using, we are making hypothesis. By using pattern, we are making hypothesis. Then by using hypothesis, we are making a theory. This is a bottom up approach. Bottom up approach. Okay. Here, see the differences. Here there are differences between inductive and deductive. Deductive. It is starts with theory. I confirm hypothesis. I tend to do. Deductive is always a quantitative research. When we study the research aptitude topic, then you will came to know clearly what is quantitative research, what is qualitative research. For now, please remember, deductive reasoning is a quantitative research. We will start with a theory, we will get hypothesis, and we will confirm, observe and confirm. Whereas in inductive research, it starts with the data. There is no theory first. In the first, infer conclusions from my data. We will get whatever data we are have, we will get conclusions from that data. Then we will do qualitative research. Okay, then that means inductive research is a qualitative research. See here, these are the diagrams. Inductive research. So after, this is synthesis. Synthesis means by using all, we are making one. By observing, after observation, after observed so many things, we are made a conclusion. This is called as synthesis. In deductive, this is a theory. From this theory, we are making observations. Okay, please, this is a analysis. Deductive reasoning is doing analysis, whereas inductive reasoning is doing synthesis. Okay, then deductive reasoning is general to specific, whereas inductive reasoning is specific to general. These are opposite. Both are opposite to each other. Next, what is, these are also very important. Same. This is abductive reasoning. This is the new term. What is abductive reasoning? Incomplete observations. This is not a complete observation. By incomplete observation, we are just predicting the conclusion. It may or may not be, it is may not 100% true, but incomplete, we are, the observation itself incomplete. That's why just we are predicting the outcome. That is called as abductive reasoning. What is deductive reasoning? General rule to specific conclusion. This is always true. Deductive rule, we are making a general rule and we getting specific conclusion. This is always true. Whereas inductive reasoning, we are specific observation from specific observation we are getting general conclusion. This is may not be true. Sometimes it may be false also. Okay. These are the differences between deductive reasoning and inductive reasoning, friends. This is the definition of both. Deductive reasoning is a form of valid reasoning to deduce new information or conclusion from known related facts and information. These are, we are getting conclusion from the known related facts, whereas inductive reasoning arrives at a conclusion by the process of generalization using specific facts or data. We are we are getting to generalization by after specific facts. Next, what is the approach of deductive reasoning? Deductive reasoning follows top-down approach, whereas inductive reasoning follows bottom-up approach. It is starts from deductive reasoning starts from premises, inductive reasoning starts from conclusion. Okay. Validity in deductive reasoning, conclusion must be true if the premises are true. In the deductive reasoning, please remember this, if the premises are true, conclusion must be true. Whereas in inductive reasoning, the truth of premises does not guarantee the truth of conclusions. Okay, if the truth of conclusion is true, it is not guaranteed that the premises also true. It is may not be true. Next, usage. Use of deductive reasoning is difficult as we need facts which must be true. In deductive reasoning it is difficult, right? Because we have to know the facts that must be true facts we have to use for deductive reasoning. Use of inductive reasoning is fast and easy as we need evidence instead of true facts. We often use in our daily life, right? Just we need evidence instead of true facts. Just we need is it true, correct or wrong, like that. Next, the how do what is the process of deductive reasoning? First, theory, hypothesis, patterns and confirmation, whereas inductive reasoning is observations, patterns, hypothesis, theory. Please remember this process also. Argument. In deductive reasoning, arguments may be valid or invalid. In inductive reasoning, arguments may be weak or strong. Okay, we will in the next session. I will tell what is valid, invalid. Okay, weak, strong. Okay, for now, please remember this. Structure. Deductive reasoning reaches from general facts to specific facts. Inductive reasoning reaches from specific facts to general facts. Okay, next, there are some arguments in the exam. The question will is coming on the type of arguments also. That's why I added here types of arguments. After these arguments, we will see the square of opposition topic. Okay. I will give some previous year's questions also from this area. Please try to watch till the end. If any of your friends is there, please refer my class to your friends also. Okay. What is circular argument? Circular argument is when you attempt to make an argument by beginning with an assumption that what you are trying to prove is already true. This is like a circle. X is true because of y is true because of x. Okay, these two are interrelated, like a circle it is there. Suppose I gave an example, Ram loves Sita because Sita loves Ram. Okay, Ram is loving Sita because Sita is loving Ram. Like that. It is a circle. One is related to other. It is already, please remember this, this is a circular argument. Next, categorical argument. Here the relationship between the subject and predicate is without any condition. Categorical proposition. Here the relation subject and predicate. Subject means, here in this premise, trains and planes. All trains are planes. Here there is no relationship, right? Trains, relation, is there any relationship between trains and planes? No, just that is a premise, nothing, there is no relationship between them. That is called as categorical proposition. All trains are planes, that's it. Why? We don't know what is the reason. There is no relationship. All dogs are animals. Here also no relationship between these two. Okay. Next, what this is the hypothetical argument. The relationship between the subject and the predicate is asserted conditionally. There is a condition between subject and predicate, that is called as hypothetical argument. In the exam they will give a statement like this: if he trains he will not attend the party. He will we will get one statement like this. In the answer they will give, is it hypothetical argument, or is it categorical argument, or is it deductive argument, or is it inductive argument. Like that they will give options. Okay, we have to select out of these, okay, which type of argument is this. For that we have to know what is the structure of arguments, right? Yeah, we already saw what is deductive argument, what is inductive reasoning. These are reasoning. And we saw what is categorical. Categorical means there is no relation between subject and predicate. Hypothetical means the relationship between the subject and predicate is asserted conditionally. There is a condition uh, in that statement. Here see, if it rains he will not attend the party. This is a condition here. Okay, if it rains, if it rains, if it rains he will not attend the party. That's why it is a hypothetical argument. Next one is analogical reasoning. What is analogical? This is very important. So many times question came from this analogical type of argument. Okay. If any type of thinking that relies upon an analogy means comparison. To argue by analogy is to argue that because two things are similar, what is true of one is also true of another. Okay, we will see example. Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you are gonna get. We are comparing. Okay, how life, we are comparing the life with a box of chocolates. If we eat chocolate we will get tasty and very sweet. Like that life is also a box of chocolate, we will get sweet things in our life. Like that, that means there is a true, because what is true of one is also true of another. There is a comparison between the life and box of chocolates. If any is life is like a same as, like that is there, if comparison type is there, that is called as analogical reasoning. Suppose here we are giving one example. Which of the following is analogous statement? Analogous statements, here four statements are given. Here question is asking about which of the following is an analogous statement. First one is man is like God. Second one is God is great. Third one is Gandhi is the father of our nation. Man is a rational being. Please tell me which is the answer. What is the answer? Which of the following is analogical statement? The answer is A, right? Answer is A. Man is like God. Here we are comparing man with God. Man is like God. That means man. That means here the statement here it is comparing the man with God. Okay, there is a comparison between man and God. That is why it is a. This is the A is the answer for this question. Next, what is disjunctive argument? In a disjunctive proposition, the assertion is of alteration. Either it is key of disjunctive argument is either or. Either he is courageous or he is strong. Okay, this is the disjunctive argument. In a disjunctive proposition, the assertion is of alteration. Either or is there in this disjunctive argument. What next? What is relational argument? Here the relation between the various terms is shown in an order. A is greater than B is greater than C is greater than D. So from this we can conclude A is greater than D, right? This is the relational argument. This is called as relational argument. We saw how many types of arguments here. First one is circular argument. Please remember what is the structure. Okay, next categorical argument. Here the relationship between subject and predicate is without any condition. All trains are planes. There is no condition. Next one is hypothetical argument. It is asserted conditionally. There is a condition in the statement. Next, what is next analogical reasoning? Analogical means there is a comparison between there is a comparison. They are having same type of qualities is like they same as like as those are the keywords for analogical reasoning. Next, what is the next disjunctive argument? Disjunctive argument means either or is the keyword for this disjunctive argument. Next, relational argument means there is a relationship between various terms is shown in an order. Next, we will see what is a proposition. Also known as proposition is also known as statements or premises. It can be true or false. Okay, it is either it is true, it can be false also. Proposition consists of the following four parts. We have to know what is proposition is having. Suppose here I have taken one example. All doctors are God. It is a proposition, right? What is there in this proposition? This is a quantifier. All is called as a quantifier. Doctor is a subject, we all know. This is R is called as a copula. In this reasoning language, this is called as copula. And God is a predicate. Here all is quantifier. Quantifier means it is telling the quantity, right? Quantity means how much. All or none or some are like that. Okay, this is a quantifier. And doctors is called as subject. R is a copula and God is a predicate. Please, I here I will here I wrote all the definitions. We will see now. Quantifier means all, no, and some. They specify quantity. All, no, some. What they are specifying? They are specifying quantity, right? That's why these are called as quantifier. All, no, and some. They specify quantity. All and no are universal quantifiers. All means everything is involved in that, right? That's why all, comma, no. These are called as what? Universal quantifiers. These are called as universal quantifiers and Some is a particular quantifier. These are very important in the square of opposition. Some is a particular quantifier. Okay, all and no are universal quantifier and sum is a particular quantifier. Next, this is all about quantifier. Next, what is a subject? About which something is being said. Here, about whom we are talking in this proposition, we are talking about doctors, right? That's why it is called as a subject. We are talking about doctors and we are we are giving comparing doctors with some other. That's why about which something is being said, that is called as a subject. And what is predicate? Something that affirms or denies about the subject. This may be affirming the subject or it may be denying the subject. Either it may be affirm or it may be deny the subject. This is called as predicate. Okay, what is copula? Relation between subject and predicate. Here what is which is making the relationship between subject and copula? Subject and predicate are. R is the making relationship between subject and copula. Sorry, subject and predicate. I hope you are clear. Structure of the proposition. Proposition is having what? Quantifier and subject, copula and predicate. So, quantifier is what are the quantifiers? All, no, some. These are the these are giving the quantity. Here in this all, comma, no are called a universal quantifier. Some is a particular quantifier. Okay, friends. This is next we will see. Yeah, universal quantifiers. In universals also we saw all and no, right? We all is called as a affirmative, universal affirmative. This is called universal affirmative and this is called universal no is called as universal negative. Okay, universal negative. This is called as universal affirmative. This is a universal negative. Here, all mangoes are fruits. This is the example of universal affirmative. All mangoes are fruits. And negative, no mangoes are fruits. This is the example of universal negative. Next, particular. Particular means some, right? Some. In particular also, in there is affirmative and negative. Affirmative is means positive. We have to think like positive. Negative means it is negative. Particular affirmative means some mangoes are fruits. This is the example of uh, particular affirmative. Particular negative, some. This is a keyword, some not. Particular affirmative is some and particular negative is some not. Some mangoes are not fruits. This is the example of particular affirmative. I hope you are clear with this concept. There are quantifiers are two types. One is universal quantifiers and then one is particular quantifiers. Okay, in universal again two types. Universal affirmative, that means positive, universal negative. Universal affirmative is all, universal negative is no. Again, particular affirmative is some and particular negative is some not. Please remember these are the keywords. All, no, some not. Okay, this is a square of oppositions chart. How it is? A, E, I, O. We all know ovals, right? What are the ovals in English? A, E, I, O, U, right? Here U will be not there, only A, E, I, O, U is there in the square of opposition. How we have to write? First A, E, I, O. A means what is A here, friends? What is A? This is universal affirmative. This is universal negative. Okay, this is particular affirmative, and this is particular negative. Please remember this. Like we have to write vowels A, E, I, O, U. Okay, this is universal affirmative. All. This is no. All, none, and this is some, and this is some not. This is the these two A and E are called contrary. We will see the what are the contrary, what is the quality, how to remember the contrary also. This is called as contrary, these are subcontrary, and these are subalternation. Okay friends, this is called subalternation, this is called contrary, and this is called subcontrary. We will discuss in detail now. First, what is contradictories? Okay, these are opposite, right? This is opposite, diagonal. Whichever are there in this diagonal, these are called as contradictories. First, we will start our discussion with contradictories. These are A, E, I, O, right? This is A, E, I, O. These are contradictories. A, E, A, O, and E, I. This is contradictories. Okay, we have to see what is contradictories now. Contradictory opposition is the relation between two propositions having the same subject but differing both in quality and quantity. Is it right? Qua- Here it is all, and this is affirmative, right? This is positive. Here this is what particular. Bottom side are particular. Please remember this. These are universal. Okay, these are whichever are there upside A comma E are universal, I comma O are particular, right? Here these two are contradictories. A and O are contradictories. Why we are saying like that? We will see why they are contradictory. Here it is all. Here it is particular. Okay. Here it is affirmative. Here it is negative. Particular negative, right? It is universal affirmative. Here it is particular negative. That means same subject and but differing in both quality and quantity. Quality means it is a positive, that is upper affirmative, and it is negative. This is a quality. Positive or negative are called as quality, and both and quantity. Quantity means this is a universal and it is a particular. I hope you understand now. That's why these two are contradictory. What are the contradictory pair? A comma O and E comma I. These are same is happening in E comma O also. A, E, I, O, right? These two and these two are contradictory. This is universal affirmative. This is particular negative. This is also universal negative, and this is particular affirmative. These two are differs in say even quality and quantity. This is all and this is some. This is negative and this is positive. This is positive and this is negative. This is negative, it is positive. This is a universal, it is a particular. This is a universal and it is a particular. Okay, these are called contradictories, friends. Same thing I have explained here. We will see. Here see a comma o and I e comma I. These two are contradictories. Remember, like a diagonal shape. If one is true, then the other will be false definitely. Contradictories means generally we know, right? If one is true, other will be false definitely. We have to remember this. Then if one is false, then the other will be true definitely. Like same, right? Suppose suppose we will take all mangoes are fruits. Suppose if we take all mangoes are fruits. If we take this as a true statement, then what is O type statement? Some mangoes are not fruits. Because in O type statement, what is O type statement? Some not. Some mangoes are not fruits. If it is true, this statement 1 is true, then is it true or false? Tell me. I am saying all mangoes are true. All mangoes are fruits is true. Then how can some mangoes are not fruits is true? It is definitely false, right? All mangoes are fruits, we are saying here. In the first statement, we are saying that it is a true statement. Then we can easily say that this statement is false. Some mangoes are not fruits is a false because all mangoes are already fruits. Then how some mangoes will be not become fruits? That's why if one statement is true, then the other statement in the contradictory, okay, it will become false definitely. If one is false, suppose if initially we don't know about this, suppose initially we don't know about the statement 1. So we know only some mangoes are not fruits is false. Some mangoes are not full fruits is false. We know this. That means we can say that all mangoes are fruits, right? If it is false means no mangoes are, some mangoes are not fruits is false. Means suppose these are some mangoes. These some mangoes are not, this is false. Not fruits. This is false means these some mangoes also fruits. What is true? These some mangoes also fruits. That means all mangoes are fruits. That's why in contradictory, if one is true, then other one will be false. If one is false, the other one will be true. We have to remember that statement. In practically also it is true, right? Both cannot be true or false at the same time. Statement type questions also will come from this square of opposition. Please try to understand. I am clearly explaining. Okay. In this square of opposition, both cannot be true. How can both become true? All mangoes are fruits and some mangoes are not fruits. We cannot say at the same time, right? Okay, either of one is true, other will become false. If other is false, one become true. That's it. No, at the same time, these both cannot be false or these both cannot be true. Okay, please remember these 3 points about contradictories. If one is true, then the other will be false. If one is false, then other will be true. Both cannot be true or false at the same time. Next is A, E, I, O. These contraries. Next contraries are these A comma E. These two are called as contraries. We will see how what are contraries. Contrary opposition exists between two propositions when both have universal quantity. Which are having universal quantity? These only, right? A comma E. This is universal affirmative. This is universal negative. But one affirm the but one affirms and the other denies its predicate of the subject. The relationship between A and E is called contraries. Contraries examples are A type statement is all men are honest. All men are honest. And E type statement is no men are honest. No men are honest. Okay, this is A type statement and this is E type statement. We all know, already know. All, none. All, no. These are the keywords. Okay. If one more example is all judges are lawyers, no judge is a lawyer. These the relationship between the A and E is called as contrary. We will see what are the what should the follow contraries. It is always been between universal. Okay, contrary means only between these A and E. Both statements cannot be true at the same time, but both can be false. Okay friends, suppose if I say all men are honest is true. All men are honest, it is true. All men are honest. Is it possible to no men are honest is true? We are saying all Indians are honest. Is there any possibility that no Indians are honest? That is false, right? It is true means the other one, the E statement will be surely false. Okay? No men are honest is false. It become false, right? Suppose if it is true, suppose no men are honest is true, then is it true? All men are honest, is it true? It will become false, right? We are saying everyone is not honest, then all men are honest will become false. Okay? That means both statements cannot be true at the same time. General by general applying our general knowledge also we can easily uh, get a conclusion here. Both statement cannot be true, right? Both statement cannot be true at the same time, but both can be false also. Okay, all men are honest is false. Suppose no men are honest is also maybe false. Okay, how can it be? It is false. All men are honest is false. That means all men are, no man is honest. No men false. If all men are honest is true, then no men are honest is false, right? If all men are honest is false, maybe that means here what is this? Both statements cannot be true. This cannot be true anytime. Okay, if one is true then the other will be false definitely. We already saw, right? If this is true then this will be false. If one is false then the other will be doubtful. Suppose this is false. Okay, we cannot say about if it is false. Suppose if all men are honest is false, that is I am thinking. All men are honest, suppose I am saying this is false, then I cannot say anything about this. All men are honest is false means if all men are honest is false. No men are honest is either it is true or false. We cannot say is Definitely. Okay. All men are honest is false. I am saying all men are not honest. That means it is false. All men are not honest. I am saying. Then that means I cannot say no men are honest, right? Maybe some men may be honest. Like that, it may be possible, right? That's why if it is false, we cannot say either it may be true or it may be false. That is, I am saying. If it is false, if it is true, then I can say no men are honest is a false. But if it is false, I cannot say no man is honest is true because some men may be honest, right? Suppose all men are not honest is false. That means I cannot say this is true because some men may be honest. Out of all, some men may be. That means we cannot say anything about this no men are honest. Okay. Is it true or false? We cannot say. That's why both statements cannot be true at the same time because these two we cannot, but both can be false at the same time. If one is true, then the other will be false definitely. If one is false, then the other will be doubtful. You have to remember these 3 points. Both cannot be true at the same time. Okay? But both can be false. If one is true, then the other will be false definitely. And if one is false, then the other will be doubtful. Please remember these points. Okay? This is about contrary. Next one is subcontrary. AEIO. Please, always you have to draw uh, this diagram. Okay, what is subcontrary? Which are subcontrary? These are I comma O are called as subcontraries. Okay, the relation between two particular propositions having the same subject and predicate but differing in quality. Okay, here the relation between two particular, which are particular, these two, right? These are same subject and predicate. They are having same. This statement type of questions so many times came. Subcontraries, they will give what is the definition. Okay, the relation between two particular proposition having same subject and predicate but differing in quality, right? Here it is a affirmative and here it is a negative. Just they are differing in quality. These are called as subcontrary. The relation between particular affirmative and particular negative is called subcontrary. I comma O. This is a different relation between I O. Example, what is the example? Some. In I statement, some will come. In O type statement, some not will come. Some judges are lawyers is the example of I statement. Some judges are not lawyers is the example of O type statement. Suppose these are the we have to follow these conditions in the subcontrary. Please here see it is always between particular, right? Whereas in contrary it is always between universal. Okay, it is opposite to contrary. Just the subcontrary is just opposite to contrary. Here in subcontrary, both statements cannot be false at the same time, but both can be true. Whereas in contrary, both statements cannot be true at the same time. Both can be false here. But whereas in subcontrary, both statements cannot be false at the same time, but both can be true. Suppose we will see by example what is a I type statement. Some judges are lawyers. Okay, some judges are lawyers is true. Suppose we will take it as a true. Okay, if it is true, then some judges are not lawyers. It is may or may not be, we cannot say anything. If one is false, then the other will be true definitely. If one is true, then the other will be doubtful. If some judges are liars is true, some judges are liars is true, we don't know some judges are not liars is true or false. We know only about some judges. Okay. Okay, here some judges are liars is, we know only about some judges here, but we don't know about other some judges. Some judges are not liars, we don't know. Only we know about some judges are liars is true. We cannot say anything about some judges are not liars or not. That's why it is doubtful. Okay, if one is, suppose if it is false, suppose if it is some judges are liars is false, some judges are liars is false means some judges are not liars will be true, right? It will become true. We already saying some judges are liars are false. That means some judges are not liars. That means in subcontrary type statements, if one is false, then the other will be true definitely. If it is I statement is false, then O statement will be true definitely. Suppose if one is true, then the other will be doubtful. Doubtful means it may be true or it may be false. That is the meaning of doubtful. Okay. Uh, this is just opposite to the contrary. In contrary, what we are saying, if one is true, other will be false definitely. And if one is false, we cannot say about the other one. In contrary, both can be false, but both cannot be true at the same time. Okay, here see A, E, I, O. Here both cannot be true. Contrary, in contrary, both cannot be true, but both can be false. Whereas in subcontrary, both can be true, both can be true, but both cannot be false. Both cannot be false. Here in contraries, if one is true, other one will be definitely false. Whereas if one is false, if we, another one is doubtful, we cannot say maybe it is true or false. Okay. Whereas in subcontrary, if one is true, another one is doubtful. If one is false, another one will be definitely true. Here both cannot be false. Both can be true, but both cannot be false. These are the difference between contrary and subcontrary. Okay, friends. Now we'll go to subalterns. What is subaltern? A, E, I, O. These are subaltern. These two are called as subalterns. A, I and E, O. These two is the subaltern relation. Okay, subaltern opposition is the relation between two propositions having same subject and predicate. Both are having same subject and predicate, but differing in quantity only. Yes, right. Here it is. It is also positive and it is also positive. Here it is all. It is some. Just both are positive, but they are differ in quantity only. Quantity means here all, here some, means there is a difference in quantity. Okay, here between relation between universal and particular, both are positive, but they are differ in quantity. If universal is true, then the particular must be true. Suppose if all mangoes are true, all mangoes are fruits. If it is true, some mangoes are true, some mangoes are fruits. Is it true or not? Is it true or not? True, right? We are saying all mangoes are fruits. That means some mangoes are also fruits. We are saying all are fruits. Here mangoes are there. Here these are all mangoes. These are mangoes. All these mangoes are fruits. That means suppose I take some mangoes. These three. Is these three mangoes fruits or not? These are also under fruits, right? In this circle only, right? That's why if you here if universal is true, then the particular must be true. This is universal. If it is true, then particular must be true. Okay. What is true about the whole population is true about part also. If all Indians are here, I took example, all Indians are spiritual, I am saying, then some Indians are spiritual. Is true or false? Yes, it is true. We are saying all Indians are spiritual. We are next we are taking only some group of Indians. We are saying they are also spiritual. It is also true, right? That's why if universal is false, then the particular may be undecided. Suppose uh, suppose here A type is A I. If it is true, then it is must be true. I am saying if it is true, it is must be true. Suppose if it is false, all Indians, all mangoes are fruits is false. I am saying this is false statement. All mangoes are fruits. I am saying all mangoes are not fruits. Suppose some mangoes are here, some mangoes are here. False means all mangoes are fruits is false means all mangoes are not fruits. That means some mangoes are here. Oth- Other possibility is all mangoes are outside of the fruits. This is the fruits area. All mangoes are outside only. There is a two possibilities, right? All mangoes are fruits is false means suppose some mangoes may be fruits. Suppose no mangoes are fruits also possible here, right? All mangoes are fruits is false means all mangoes may be not fruits. Some mangoes may be fruits. All mangoes may not be fruits. Okay, that's why it is doubtful. This I type statement is doubtful. Doubtful means sometimes it may be true or false. Some mangoes are fruits, maybe here it is true. Some mangoes are fruits, here it is true, but here it is false. I hope you clear the idea. That's why it is doubtful. If universal is false, the particular may or may not be true. May be true or may not be true. Okay. Next, here between universal and particular. These two are between universal and particular. If universal is true, then the particular will be true definitely. If universal is false, then the particular will be doubtful. That means true or false. I told now, if all mangoes are fruits is false, maybe some mangoes are fruits is true, maybe false. Okay. Again, if particular is false, suppose here is A and here is I statement. I am saying some mangoes are fruits is false. Some mangoes are fruits is false. That means if but then the universal will be false definitely. Only some mangoes is not there in the fruits. That means some is some mangoes are not fruits here. Some mangoes are there which are not fruits here. Here some mangoes are there which are not fruits. Some mangoes are fruits is false means some mangoes are fruits is false means some mangoes are there which are not fruits. Okay, these are the mangoes which are not fruits. Then that means all mangoes are fruits. Definitely false, right? All mangoes are fruits. Already some mangoes are there which are not fruits. Then how all mangoes are fruits will become true? This also become false because already some mangoes are there which are not fruits. Then it will not become true. All mangoes are fruits never become true. It will also become false because already some mangoes are not fruit. Then how all mangoes will become fruits? If these are mangoes, these are not all. Some are there outside of fruits. That's why if the particular is false, then the universal will be false definitely. Suppose if it is true, some mangoes are fruits is true. Some mangoes are fruits is true. But we cannot say all mangoes are fruits or not. We know only about some mangoes, but we don't know about all. Either it may be true or false. That's why uh, the conclusion is in subaltern type statements we have to remember if universal is true then particular must be true, then may truth follows downwards. If universal a type is true then the particular is true. If universal is false it is doubtful, it is may or may not be false, true or false. If universal is if particular is false then universal is false definitely. If particular is true we, it is also doubtful. It is also true or false. We have to remember these four conditions here. Here, see, I am given a diagram. I think it is not clear. This is a final square of opposition diagram, friends. Here, see, A and E are called contrary, and these are subcontrary. These I, E and A, O are called as contradiction. And here see, in contrary, if one is true, other one will be definitely false. If one is false, other one is doubtful. We don't know either it is maybe true or false. If one is true, other one will is, if E is true, it is false. If E is false, then we cannot say maybe it is true or false. You have to remember this to solve the questions. Again, is subcontrary, it is opposite to contrary. If one is true, other one is doubtful. If one is false, other one will be definitely true. Again, here one is true means other one is doubtful. If one is false means the other one will be definitely true. Here in subaltern, just now we have discussed, right? Truth follows downwards. If universal is true, then particular must be true. If universal is false, particular is doubtful. Okay. If universal is next from, if particular is true, universal is doubtful. If particular is false, universal will be definitely false. I hope you understand. Please, if you are not getting, please watch once again this video. You will definitely get it for the second time. Please make some notes also. We will see some previous year questions from this area. Then we will now. Then I will close this session. Okay. Okay, friends. These are the UGC net recently 2018-19 questions. Please see the first question is among the following statements Two are contradictory to each other. Which are contradictory statements? Okay, first of all, we have to know which are contradictory. A, E, I, O, U, right? You have to remember which are contradictory, which are contrary, which are subcontrary, and which are subalternation. These are contrary, right? These are contrary. These are subcontrary. Who are these are subalteration. 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 These are contradictory. Okay, contradictory are A, O, and IE. If we have to see, AO means A, in A all will come, in O some not. In E none, no or none will come, in I some will come. We have to search for these keywords, just that's it. Here all men are humans. Okay, this is A type statement. Some men are humans. It is I type statement. Some men are not humans. That is what? O type. No men are human. This is E type. What are contradictories? We know, right? A, O and IE. A, O means A comma. What are the options? AC. These two are contradictories, and IE means BD. These two are contradictories. We have to see, now we will see options. AB. AB is not a contradictory. AI, these are not contradictories. Okay, this is not the option. AD. AD means AD. AE. A is not a contradictory, right? The AE is a contrary. This is also not. BC. B is some, I and C is O. I comma O is also not contradictory. This is also wrong. AC. Yes, AC is a contradictory, right? All men are humans and some men are not humans. These two are contradictory. That's why A comma C is the right answer, friends. This type of questions are coming. Next, see, this is option 4 is the right answer for this question. Next, again, this is a moods. In the next class, I will discuss moods and figures. Now, see the square of opposition question. Which of the following is converse of some S is P? Converse means inverse, converse, and contradiction. Suppose P implies Q. What is inverse? What is converse? Option 3. Yes. Some P is S. Converse means just Q implies P. Yes. Converse, inverse means negation P implies negation Q. Contradictory means negation Q implies. Yes. This is the different type of statements, friends. Here we have to find the converse. Converse means just reverse. Some S is P, right? Here some S is P. That means some P is S. It will become some P is S. This is contrary. Sorry, converse. Inverse means, what is the inverse? Inverse means negation. Some S is not, some S is not P. Some S is not P. Next, what is contradictory? Again, some negation Q. Not some P is not S. This is the converse means just reverse. Inverse means negation. We have to do the negation of P implies negation of Q. That means some S is not P. Again, contradictory means, suppose This is the some P is not S. This is contradictory. Next, this is a question based on argument. Use of teach. I already told, right? Deductive argument, analogical argument, in hypothetical, inductive, and categorical. We already in the first of the session we discussed use of teaching aids in the classroom to enhance learning is important in a similar way as that of use of ICT for production of knowledge. Which type of statement is this? Use of teaching aids in the classroom to enhance learning is important in similar way as that of the use of ICT for production of knowledge. Okay, as it is comparing, right? If we use teaching aids in the classroom, we will get, we will enhance the learning. Okay, like that if we use ICT, we will product more knowledge. That is a comparison. Comparison means which type of statement? I told, right? Comparison means analogical statement. Yes, option 2 is the right answer here. Like this statement will come. Hypothetical means there is a condition. Inductive already we discussed. Theory, some specific observations to theory. Deductive means theory to observation, conclusion. Okay, like this the question will come. Here one more question is all republics are grateful and some republics are not grateful. Cannot both be true and cannot both false. This is called as, what is the relation, friends? A, E, I, O, right? Which type of statement is this? All republics are grateful means A type, right? Some republics are not grateful. Some not means, some not mean which type of statement? O type. What is the relation between these two? Just we have to draw the diagram. We have to remember the keywords. All, none, some not. We have to remember like this. Then it will become very easy to answer. This is all and some not. What is this? The relation between these two? We already say that diagonal means contradictories, right? Contradictories is the right answer. Next one is the proposition no historians are non-mathematician is equivalent to which of the following proposition? No historians are non-mathematicians. We have to see this is a two negatives are there here. No historians are non-mathematician. All historians are mathematicians or no historians are mathematician. Some historians are mathematician. Some historians are not mathematician. Which is the right answer here? No historians are non-mathematicians. Means all historians are mathematicians. That is the meaning, right? No, no will be cancelled. Yes, all historians are mathematicians. Here two negatives are there. That means two negative will become positive. We know, right? No historians are non-mathematicians. All historians are mathematicians. Just this is just we have to think logical. Means if it is two negatives, it will become positive. That is, that's why option 1 is the right answer here. This is all about square of opposition. Friends, if you have any doubt, please ask me. Most importantly, you have to read this once again and you have to think logically why it is happening. Okay, I have given some idea. You also think and you have to write these points and do your revision. Then it is very easy. Initially we may feel difficult, but it is very easy. This is a general knowledge. Okay, square of opposition. Most of the time question is coming from the this type of arguments, type of statements, circular argument. This also, please, deductive, inductive, it is also very important. Maximum every time question will come from this area. Thank you friends, thank you for watching this session. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel. Please share with your friends, those who are preparing for the UGC net computer science or paper 1 also. Please help me. Thank you very much friends. Bye.